check this out. Good morning, sunshine! So I managed to catch sunrise on this beautiful day and I thought all was going well until this happened. Good morning, guys! So I've had a really rough start to my morning. I was supposed to go to Nami Island today and I was being adventurous. I wanted to try taking the public transport there, but that really failed because I realized that taking the city express trains, the timings were really like sparse, and I was actually referring to this website called Rome to Rio, and unfortunately it was not accurate at all, so I definitely do not recommend you use that as a means to plan your schedule. So things change, plans change. I decided to do cafe hopping today and do the palaces today, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm kind of bummed though because I'm standing outside Onion Cafe, which is a really popular spot right now because of the delay and changes of plans last minute. It is already 8:51 and this place opens at 7 and it is so packed, so I'm not even gonna bother queuing up because your girl ain't in the mood right now. Anyways, we are gonna find some other cafe to go to. So hopefully I can like recharge and like recompose myself because I'm a little bit disappointed with how things have turned out. But I also wanted to vlog this because I feel like with every travel vlog, I think a lot of times you see the highlights and you don't really see like the disappointments, the struggles and all of that. So let me just walk in the shade. So I feel like today is a pretty accurate representation of how I'm feeling. I'm feeling a bit like meh and indifferent about it, but I think that's fine, it happens. Hopefully it will just make the most out of today. What I will say though is that the weather is beautiful. We have like beautiful blue skies. We have beautiful blue skies and it's also really breezy. So I think coming in late September, now actually right now it's early September, but as you approach October, when it starts to turn to autumn, I think that's one of the perfect times to come, and I'm really happy that I'm able to come here during this time and I'm feeling very thankful for that. I came across the Bukchon Traditional Culture Center as I was trying to find a cafe to have breakfast at. It felt really magical being in this space. It was as though I was being transported back in time, in history, and I loved seeing the facade of the Hanok building and how well maintained the space is. Can we seriously just appreciate the beauty of this above me? This place is stunning. I love traditional Hanok buildings. It's so nice. Honestly, like, I would be so proud if I were Korean of this traditional heritage. It's so beautiful. I honestly feel like I've been transported back into like the olden days, the Joseon era. So beautiful. Like, seriously. What? It's also really nice because even though it's sunny and the weather is like beautiful, in the shade it's just really nice and cool. It's not like in Singapore where you can't run away from the humidity and the heat. So it's just perfect. I think I'm gonna just sit here and enjoy for a bit before I head off to a cafe. Okay, I don't know what it is with my luck today, but London Bagel Museum is just way too crowded as well. Again, I can't be bothered. I think I'm gonna go back to the bakery that I saw earlier. Just get some bread over there because I just need to eat something and then I can start like exploring the place. So yeah, let's do that. You know what they say, third time's a charm. I'm really happy that I came across this cafe because honestly I feel like it's such a hidden gem. Just take a look at the pastries and bread, they look so divine. After taking a moment to decide what I wanted to eat, I went with the tomato basil ciabatta, popped it into the oven, and then headed up to the rooftop to check out the space before heading back down to find a place to sit. Well, would you take a look at that ciabatta, cream matcha latte, and that view out the window. Despite the hecticness of the morning, I was savoring and enjoying every bit of this cream matcha. Just take a look at my expressions, it's so funny. I didn't even realize I had cream on my lips. Totally demolished it, and I loved every bit of it. The same goes for the ciabatta. I really enjoyed it and I highly recommend it. After a satisfying breakfast, I decided to walk around the neighborhood. It was really interesting to see the different architecture and cafes that were scattered around the neighborhood. I also really enjoyed seeing the different greenery and beautiful flowers that were found on some of the buildings. Then I came across an art store which was run by a professor and his wife. There were beautiful drawings of the Hanok village as well as other iconic spots in Seoul, all of which were drawn by the professor himself, and so I bought myself a couple of postcards to support his work. I think that the provision shop there looks so cool. It reminds me of the series like Reply 1997, 1998, like super old school vibes. Just waiting for the car to go past. It's like you have all the idols, which is what they call like the local celebrities, plastered all over the wall. It just has this really retro vintage kind of vibe. But I am honestly loving this area. So this is the Bukchon Hanok area. I'm actually not even in the main part, which is down there. I'll be going there shortly, but I just wanted to walk along the streets, and I would encourage you guys to just go off the beaten path because you never know what you'll find. So I came across this art shop which is run by this elderly couple, and apparently the husband is the artist behind all the prints, and it's just really cool. He was like doing a lot of Hanok drawings and of other iconic locations around Seoul, which is really beautiful. So I bought 7 postcards because I wanted to support them, and I just thought that the work was really fascinating and the art was really beautiful. So definitely recommend you guys check them out. And yeah, I've been loving just strolling around and just seeing the local housing away from the hustle and like the crowds. So I would definitely recommend you guys just go and venture and stray away from the usual places because you never know what you'll find. As I continued to wander around the neighborhood, I came across Summer Gold, which was a Hanok converted cafe. It had rustic decor and I loved the skylight. Would have definitely tried some food here if I wasn't so full from breakfast. Then I came across How Annie, which was a plant shop and cafe. I loved looking at the flowers and its menu design was really cute as well. This is a really random and cool spot. Just getting chill here. It's just like, I don't know, along the side of the road. It's really cool. And you've got really pretty flowers as well, like wildflowers. Just found some here. Not long after was lunchtime, and I was really happy that I found this restaurant which I patronized years ago. I had the grilled pork and cold noodles, which was perfect for a hot summer day like today. The pickled broth was refreshing and delicious, while the grilled pork was a savory delight. The pork would have been perfect if it was served hot and sizzling, but perhaps it came a little past the lunch crowd, so it was served cold. Oh my gosh, I am so happy I found this place. So I ate here the last time I came, which was many years ago with my friends, and we had a really amazing lunch as well at this grilled pork place. Definitely, if you're here, you should check it out. When it was like lunch hour, the whole place was packed, which was really cool, which kind of speaks for itself. So I highly recommend this place to check out if you're ever in the area. This is like in a very obscure alleyway which you wouldn't think of coming to. And I remember we were just kind of like wandering around, and we ended up eating here, and it ended up being a really good meal, but I totally forgot what it tasted like. So anyways, as I was like walking down the street, I remember that the building across looked really familiar, and as I looked to my left, I saw this alleyway and I decided to give it a shot, and I found the place. So this is called jung. Really nice grilled pork. I had it with the cold buckwheat noodles, which was amazing. I highly recommend if you want a really nutritious, very yummy local meal. And I'm so glad I found this place. So definitely recommend. After lunch, I came across a really pretty cafe as I headed towards the more popular area of the Bukchon Hanok village. I loved walking through the neighborhood of Hanok homes. They are so gorgeous. I would love to own one of these homes as well, if I were Korean. Then I came across a gallery which apparently you're not allowed to film inside.
hoops. After which, I headed to the main area of the Bukchon Hanok village, and when I got there, I realized that I actually have been here before. I'd recommend coming at sunrise if you want to be the only person in this area, because at any other time of the day, you'll be sharing the space with many others.
I'd recommend maybe not do this walk at 2 in the afternoon. It is so hot. Yeah. I mean, it's really nice in the shade because you can sort of feel the breeze at times, like right now. But for the most part, it's really hot and I'm using my umbrella. But it's really cool. I'm just like following the map and then it takes you to different photo spots. So this is one of them. You can see like the palace in the background, which is really cool. I think I'm gonna explore a little bit more and then definitely need to find some place for a tea break because it's really hot. But it's really cool. This neighborhood also is very hilly, so brace yourselves. I recommend like wearing sneakers or shoes, something that you will be able to walk in comfortably for a while because there's a lot of elevation and cardio.
I noticed that there was a tea house on the corner of the street from where I was standing, and somehow I was really drawn to it and decided to take shelter there. Little did I realize that I was stepping into one of the most gorgeous properties that I've ever stepped foot in. This place was magical. From the Hanok architecture to the garden center, I couldn't believe that I had just walked into such a beautiful space.
Honestly, I don't want this moment to end. It's so pretty. Look at that view. Oh my god, it's so nice. Wow, honestly I feel like I'm having a main character moment in this beautiful tea house. Initially I wasn't gonna come in because I saw that there was a sign saying that you would have to wait, but I ended up getting a seat very quickly, so I'm so thankful for it. I think I've seen this place in photos online, but I didn't know where it was and I kind of just stumbled upon it. Right now I see the view of the mountain just in front of me, and there's this beautiful garden that's just beside me. I'm sitting outdoors because honestly it's so beautiful. Divine is like the word that kind of describes this place. It's really heavenly. I just love the garden and everything that they've done with this place. So one of the gentlemen who's been attending to me, I believe that his family owns this property, and so they've converted it into this tea house, which is amazing. And if you're wondering, I believe it's called cha-teul, and this place basically sells different kinds of tea as well as Korean traditional snacks. So I'm really excited to try it because it looks really yummy. So I ended up getting the flower tea, which is over here, as well as the glutinous rice cakes. Just gonna mix the tea up. Slowly savor this because I have the tendency to scull my drinks, which is really bad. I'm trying to break that habit. I also went with the glutinous rice cakes, so I went with the Nutella, which is like the chocolate almond flavor, as well as the grapefruit, I believe. So let's see how this goes. I think I'll go with the grape first. Doesn't look very flattering because I made a bit of a mess, but hopefully taste-wise it's good. I really like the mochi because it's not that sweet and it's really chewy. I'm going with the chocolate flavor now. Let's see how it goes. Chocolate and almond. It's a bit tricky to pick up because it's very sticky, so it sticks to the plate. It's really chewy, it's really nice, and it's not too sweet, which makes it a perfect combination for me. So I'm back on the road. I just left the tea house about 10 minutes ago, and I went to check out the popular spots at the Hanok village. Definitely, I've been here before, so I would very much recommend you come first thing, like early in the morning if you want to avoid the crowds. I wasn't there for too long because honestly I saw the crowds and I was like, peace out, I'm out. I will say that it is a gorgeous place. It's actually a residential area, so you have to keep quiet at all times. So bear that in mind. But other than that, I think it's really beautiful. And I would definitely come back for like a photo walk, but early in the morning when there's like no one, because otherwise it just kills the vibe with like people all over the place. I just like it when it's serene and quiet, as it felt when I was at the tea house, because I just had this little area to myself and it was amazing. I would definitely recommend the tea house. I felt like I was being transported to a different place. It just felt so refreshing. And I really wish I could stay for much longer. But I'm gonna head to the palace right now, so we should make our way before I get any more tired.
As I was walking to the palace from Bukchon Hanok village, I passed through Samcheong, which is an area that has really cool cafes and stores. By this time, it was already late in the afternoon and I didn't want to feel rushed at the palace, so I decided to head back to the Airbnb for a quick nap before exploring the cheonggyeocheon stream, which is a beautiful stream that runs through the city.
It's a bit hard to see, but the sun is actually setting behind. I really wanted to walk along this river to the Dongdaemun Design Plaza where they're having a light show. So I'm actually really looking forward to it because it's the autumn light show, which happens through August till September, and we're at the last stretch of it. I think it ends over this weekend, so I managed to catch it, which is perfect timing. So I'm really excited to see what that looks like because it looks super cool. It honestly feels really romantic being able to stroll through here. I think like if you came here on a date with someone or with yourself, it's really nice. There's a lot of people who are just like chilling, sitting there on the side of the river, and there's just like pockets of these spots all along the river, which is so cool.
I loved looking at the greenery and the landscaping variety along the river. It was such a peaceful stroll towards the Dongdaemun Design Plaza. I definitely recommend it, especially if you want to go for a stroll or a run through the city. Even though I already had cold noodles for lunch, your girl, as boring as her food palette can be, was craving for more cold noodles. Tucked away on the 4th floor of a wholesale market in the midst of these fashion stores was this restaurant which served Korean comfort food like bibimbap, mandu soup, and noodles. I was really happy with my choice of spicy, cold buckwheat noodles and mandu, which are Korean dumplings. The broth was refreshing, spicy, and pickled, while the noodles were chewy and the mandu filling and savory.
I wouldn't have found this place if I didn't read someone's comment, which was actually written in Korean and then Google translated it, so yeah, now you know. I'm actually feeling a little bit tired, I'm not gonna lie. I've spent like the whole day out and I don't normally go out for an entire day. But this is something I want to do. I want to like build my stamina more because I feel apart from work, which is the only reason why I'm usually out, I don't go out enough to explore places, especially not in Singapore because I am so bored of Singapore. And I really want to just build the stamina on like being able to go out so that when I travel, I'm able to see more places and not feel limited by my energy. Today is definitely pushing it. Thankfully, I took a nap earlier, like a really short one when I went back to the Airbnb, which I didn't film. And I'm feeling a lot better, but I don't think I'll stay too long at the DDP because tomorrow we have another full-on day. So we'll see how this goes. Waiting for traffic to stop. Let's go!
This is probably one of my favorite locations in Seoul, and that is the Dongdaemun Design Plaza. Not only is it a museum and exhibition space, it is also an architectural wonder. It was really fascinating to see the large-scale projections that were being made across the entire building. It was mind-blowing.
I think I'm gonna call it a day, but honestly this place makes me so happy. Visually, it is just so intriguing. Like, I love all the different angles, the lights, just how the shadows and light hit differently at different like areas, especially with like different parts of the day. I think it's so cool, so beautiful. I definitely love to come back to take photos. Whoa, check this out. I got distracted by the smoke light illumination thing. One of my favorite dramas, Vincenzo, was filmed here, and I was just so amazed.
Oof. Take a look at the cinematography. The composition is fire. And I thought that this area was the perfect location for the scene. Would you take a look at that backlight? Ooh, it gives a halo effect, making that kiss that much more romantic. And yes, it feels extremely awkward having the voice over this really intimate scene, but you get the point. This place is stunning. You know that awkwardness you feel when you're watching a really intimate scene and your parents are in the same room? That's how I'm feeling right now. So we're gonna move back to the vlog, also because I don't want to get any copyright strikes.
Oh, it gripped my heart, especially because it was like the ending scene of the whole series, and it just felt really emotional. I'm trying to find out where that spot is because I thought it was visually so beautiful. But yeah, this place I definitely recommend. Come check it out. It's also a museum in the day. Totally worth it.
Here's a couple more shots of the light show and DDP before we wrap up this vlog.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool. This is like my digital version of seeing the northern lights. Incredible! You can literally just sit down on a lawn and just like look up. Wow, it's so vivid. Where is it? I'm just so intrigued that it's all being projected by smoke and light. That's pretty genius.